All right.
You ever think about suicide when you're on a long drive just to break up the monotony? That's where I was. Yeah, Shanks there.
It's fucking bloody more than you know.
Oh my God. Yeah. This is the best drink I've ever had. When you do that intervention pour and you don't give a fuck, except the only thing you're focused on is that alcohol hitting the back of your throat and a moment of fucking release. God damn it. Yeah. I drove about, I don't know how many hours I've driven in the last 3 days, but it's a fucking blur. I don't think I've slept in the last 2 days, really.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Diet pills aren't just for people on diets.
You're driving away the pounds.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't done any exercise. I've road raged. Every 3 or 4 hours, I lose my fucking mind at somebody, and then I realize, okay, it's probably the drugs. It's probably lack of sleep, the drugs, and yeah, and I calm down. But I'm in Goldthwaite, fucking Texas, by fucking the random draw of Wi-Fi and being tethered like a cunt to a fucking Wi-Fi spot. So I got it though.
That's all right. Where's our fourth? I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Well,
I was iffy on it was going to work. My internet's been fucking up, and even the last podcast we've done, my internet was fucking up. But they could never fix it. They kept doing we're gonna promote this to our advanced team. And I go, all right. And they go, they're going to call you in the next couple of days. And then 3 days later, someone would call me from the advanced team and go, hey, everything seems to be working. I go, no, that's not helping.
So the advanced team doesn't even show up.
It's the blow-off team, I think, is what it is. They just call it the advanced team, where they're better at blowing people off than I am.
I had a state
streaming
guy. Go ahead.
I was streaming Saturday, and they it's cut off right in the middle of streaming, so I had to get on the phone with them, and I tell the guy, I go, I've been calling in there, and I says, and nothing seems to be happening. He goes, let me see what it says in the notes, and I go, well, it probably says I'm an asshole, is what it says. But don't let that
proceed with caution.
Yeah, don't let that stop you from helping me out here. And so he said, we're going to get this to the advanced team. And I told him the same thing I told you. I go, listen, this is what's been happening with your fucking advanced team. He gets back, goes, let me get with my supervisor. He goes, we're sending you a new modem, sir. Oh, yeah, that would have been a fucking good thing to do last week when I had all these problems. So, long story is now I'm streaming via cell phone hotspot with you guys right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the guy with the best gear. I had an advanced team from State Farm come to my place to basically to tell me I was fucked. And he came and he got his ladder out and he measured my garage, which they weren't going to replace anyway. He measured it and then he told me it's you're not getting any money for the garage, which is fucking sideways. And then I go in front. This was my kid's first day of Montessori school. I was getting ready to walk her down there, unfortunately. And then this guy, and then I go, so you just stand around there and you just get your tape measure and stand on a fucking ladder and then tell somebody they're fucked in front of their kid. And he's like, well, I don't really use that language. Yeah, me neither, you fucking asshole. In fact,
that's what I do. And I enjoy it.
Yeah. It's that's the reaction I gave him is what made his dick hard, probably.
Yeah. Well, I knew that they probably had me in the system as an asshole because the other guy that I had spoke to the first time, it was just real slow. The internet, it was slow, and he couldn't fix it. And that's the first time he told me, send him to the advanced team. And I said, he goes, all right, well, if there's nothing else I can help you with, then thank you very much. I go, you didn't help me with fucking anything. I go, thanks for fucking nothing, asshole. And then I had no internet, and I was like, oh, piss that guy off.
I wonder how many advanced team members you could disappear before corporate took notice. We're going to send another advanced team out there. I don't know what happened to Phil. He's a little skittish.
Enough that nobody wants the promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lovely here in Goldthwaite. If you get a chance, Goldthwaite, Texas is it's a garage sale with churches anchoring both sides of it.
Yeah.
I'll probably probably fuck the homecoming queen or princess tonight if I can get some hams. It's a fucking joke. You realize, okay, people voted for Ted Cruz and you're sitting in your fucking liberal chair or where I'm in Eugene and I'm like, how could people vote for Ted Cruz? And then you come here and you see this fucking desolate piece of shit area here. They go, Ted Cruz probably looks like an oasis of charm. You know? A lady goes, I was putting ice in my ice chest, and she goes, where are you coming from? And I said, from Oregon. And then she goes, that's a long ways, huh? And I thought she was saying it as a statement, and then I realized it was a question that just hung there. It's 75. It's hard to tell because they get so weather beaten, but I think at least 70 something. And she has no idea we're fucking Oregon. It's a long ways, lady.
Yeah. My family's from Texas, so I'm accustomed. You're supposed to go, yep. That's your response at that point. Where they, long way, huh? Yep.
Yeah, after 12 hours on the road, I just, okay, lady, yeah, go get your fucking donut. But I'm probably not welcome. I'm looking for a Wi-Fi hotspot in town because I didn't want to stay here. Nobody wants to stay in Goldthwaite. I mean, for fuck's sakes. And then a lady told me there's a hotspot by the courthouse. So I can sit by the courthouse.
That's a little too close, man.
95-degree heat and
go to jail.
Yeah, go to jail. And then there was a coffee shop, and she said, well, if you can't there, then there's a coffee shop. And I run in there, and it's like a mini Cracker Barrel. You know, it's a guy who's running a coffee shop, but he's got every Jesus statement, coaster Jesuses and everything. And it's just me and him. So I figure this isn't going to work out here. I don't think. No.
That's how you get disappeared.
Yeah. Yep. I probably have the wrong semblance of peacefulness for that establishment. Even after a half-hour drive, I'd still be the wrong fit there. But after 15 hours on the road and about 15 diet pills throughout the last 24 hours, Jesus. Let's just say me and differ on the whole Jesus thing, you know. I was about to take some of that Jehovah Witness knowledge I've been getting on the side and pound it on his head. Like Jesus ain't even coaster fucking worthy, dude. Read the fucking Joby, you dumb cunt. I muttered cunts on my way out of there, and I think he thought I was talking about him, but it's just me. I was referring to myself in the situation.
Yeah. Talking to the voices in your head.
Yeah, they started up.
So, Chad, how was your? You went elk hunting?
I did indeed. We got an elk the second day, and I was very disappointed because I did not want to come back home. So we went down and found a service that refrigerates your elk for you, and we stayed in elk camp for another week.
Nice. Oh yeah, you'd have to come back with it, right?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah. You can only hang it for a couple of days up there. It's cool, and then you got to get home with it.
I'm pretty sure I almost had the same experience, only a lot shorter. Somewhere about, I don't know, hours 15 on a drive, it was dark, and I don't know what state I was in, but I'm pretty sure there was an elk right beside the road that I almost hit. And I just weaved it, squealed it a little bit and hit the road. And then I thought, I think that was an elk, but I'm not going to go back and, fuck it, keep moving. It's a long drive.
They're hard to fuck anyway. I mean, you got to catch them and everything.
I probably would have just had to go mono a mono if I hit him, fucking get out of the car and hit him with a bat. That I protect. I carry a bat just in case there's a bad guy with a bat doing shit. And then I get out with my bat and I'm like, hey, easy, Chief. Drop the aluminum. Yeah. I got some wood here.
You're a good guy with a bat.
I'm a guy who gets nervous. If somebody knocks on my window, I'll pop out the other door and crack them. A guy with a bat.
I carry a gun for similar reasons. If I carry a gun and then there's a guy doing bad stuff, then I can finally shoot somebody and not get in trouble. I'm the guy the NRA doesn't want talking. I'm pro-gun, and they don't want me.
Yeah. A bat's probably just a conversation starter. Conversation I really don't want to get involved with. Like, hey, man, you hit me with your bat. Yeah, sorry. I get nervous and I don't have a gun.
You look like a ball.
Yep. Yeah. Took a swing.
I don't carry anything. I just hope for the best. I guess I'm fucking lucky.
Thoughts and prayers.
Mm-hmm. I run. I'm a runner.
Put on a raver outfit. People leave you alone. You're invisible to us if you're raving.
I just try to make friends with them, and that fucking scares them.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I spent the night at Panamint Springs 2 days ago.
Right on.
Yeah. It's just not the same without all this. It's like you're a dead guy walking around. I walked around the campground at the fringe of parties, and I was like, I don't know any of these people. I'm not going in there. That's probably what being dead's like.
Yeah. I figured you were thinking that's what started all my problems last time, was wandering into a party where I wasn't sure who everybody was.
I had 2 hits of LSD, but I decided without proper supervision, probably not the best situation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to pull my name out of the hat for that fucking supervisory job right now.
Without like if you could pull a ripcord and get taken up into the sky, I would be comfortable doing LSD around Panama without anybody. But I'd have to be able to go skyward.
Whenever things got sketchy, you just hit a button and you fly away.
Yeah, that's what the jetpack, that's why they don't want the jetpacks in our hands, because too many fucking party people would be like, fuck this shit. And you think vaporizers kill people? You put jetpacks in the hands of drunks, they're going to go through some ceilings. And he broke a glass ceiling. No, he didn't invent something new. He fucking ripped his head off and died. It's a horrible situation.
He muttered, fuck you guys, I have an injection seat? I don't know. The next thing you know,
I don't understand how to do Wi-Fi, he said before launching up.
Guns.
Yeah.
It looks like in my room, it looks like there's the door's all scratched up as though people were trying to get out. I don't know why there would be scrapings on the inside of the door, but anyway, if I don't make it out of Goldthwaite, look for my scratchings in room 107. It's the only place in town that's open.
Right on.
Where's that Chaille at?
I don't know. He's ghosting us today.
Issues with Greg.
He's got shittier Wi-Fi than you in Buffalo. I don't. Where are they?
If he's in Buffalo, maybe he killed himself.
I'm trying to see.
I've been to Buffalo. That's the most fun thing to do.
Okay, Buffalo to Rochester is what he said. So he should be in Rochester.
Man, Rochester's even worse.
Oh, I don't know either one of those places, but I can only imagine.
It might not be as bad as I think. I was there with when I was still married, and it was my ex's family is all from Buffalo and Rochester, and they're not fun people. So that might color my opinion of Buffalo and Rochester. Maybe there are fine folks on both sides there. But I only saw one, and it wasn't pretty.
I had a quick experience in Buffalo coming back from Canada doing gigs, and then I woke up on the bus. I had trouble getting on the bus and had the last seat on the bus with 4 gangsters and me, and this fucking security. You get off to go through customs, and then this guy's like, "Where are you coming back from?" I said, "I did some comedy gigs up in Canada." And he goes, "Well, where's your money?" And it's like, I come up and did some, in good faith. I was hoping they'd work out, but he's like, "Well, you don't have any money, and you're up there working. How many gigs you do?" And I was like, "God, the fuck," I just woke up with, and oh fuck.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there he
just
went.
got a oh fuck, and he was gone.
Goldthwaite took him.
I'm hoping that means that he knows exactly what happened and is able to get right back on, or his computer continues to film while he's brutally murdered in Goldthwaite.
It would be a beautifully poetic, tragic ending for him, I think. Just the idea of Andy driving from Eugene to Austin by himself is fraught with terror to me.
He's a new Andy. Yeah. He's trying.
He's doing great, man.
I've never seen it. I haven't known him as long as you guys, but I've definitely never seen him motivated like this. He's working his ass off.
He's lucky that there's nobody with him, because I did travel with him, and I've been in a car he was driving, and we drove a total of about 48 hours, and I let him drive about half an hour, because after that I was like, fuck this. All right, he's calling me right now. Hang on.
All right.
Hey, man.
Apparently I'm not drawing enough electricity, but I'm trying to get it plugged back in here.
What happened? You just lost power?
I'm plugged in, and it said like 15% battery.
Oh, on your...
Plugged it into something different, and then it shut down.
All right.
It's coming back up. They don't have a big juice charge here in Goldthwaite. I didn't think about that. I asked you have Wi-Fi not.
Somebody else is probably using the electricity right now,
Output you got for electricity here.
Tell them to unplug the refrigerator.
All right, I'll be joining in a second.
Somebody else in the hotel's watching the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Where the fuck is Goldthwaite, Texas, anyway?
Never heard of it.
Me neither. In Texas, man. It's frightening.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the upcoming.
Yeah? Well, it's going to be fun, dude. When do you leave?
Thursday morning.
All right.
Straight in.
Right on.
Nice work. You know those Die Hard, the movie where they get the computer guy in there? He's chewing gum and he's fucking clicking on shit and it's happening. That ain't me. I just threw a box of BooBerry across the room and then it came on. So
good enough. Hey, can you re-aim your camera a little bit? You're mostly seeing the ceiling. There you go. Perfect. Well, I saw that BooBerry back there. I didn't know they still made that shit.
Yeah. Yep. They make it. They sell it at Walmart.
It's good to see you're eating right.
Oh, that's just for throwing. He's not eating that.
That's my second box. I kept forgetting to put my milk in the cooler, so it was spoiled. So I was eating handfuls of BooBerry and diet pills. If it works out, I'm going to sell it as a diet, and then I can raise money for my comedy taping, which apparently I don't have any money for. So
are you sure you're not Hunter S. Thompson's long lost son? I was driving across Texas eating handfuls of White Crosses and BooBerry, and I didn't know which was which anymore.
Really, they're about the same content.
Yeah.
You read the ingredients, but no, I don't think my mom partied that way.
I was halfway to Goldthwaite. I was halfway to Goldthwaite when the cereal kicked in.
Yeah.
My mom once referred to an old lady that lived near us. She didn't. My mom was having a Tupperware party, and she didn't invite that lady because she didn't think she partied. So I doubt my mom got fucked by Hunter Thompson. I wish. I'm not even sure how she got that paralyzed penis in her one more time.
Wait, he was already paralyzed when you were conceived?
Actually,
they're like, fuck it, let's have some more kids to help lift me into the car.
They were paralyzed by poverty and bad choices.
As were all of our parents.
I know. The fuck is wrong with people? You know? Yeah. My dad.
Imagine how desperate you'd have to be to have Andy as your fucking. Let's have an Andy as our hope.
But if you if you look at them in order and everything, I think they just kept trying to win back money. You know, it's like chasing after the. Come on, just walk away. Not going to win it back, and they just go, come on, Larry. No, Larry. Maybe the next one will win a Nobel Peace Prize. Who knows? It's not going to be Larry.
You're just throwing good fetuses after bad.
Good egg, bad egg.
Fuck, man.
I did spend a month. My best month of my life was I spent in an incubator because I come out early.
Yeah.
And then, it must have been a shock to my system to see, that there was a whole fucking world out there to bother me. But I think in the incubator, I pretty much just had everybody, if they did mess with me in my little incubator, they probably just wiped my ass or fed me. Everything's gone downhill since I was removed. They don't let you go back. I know where my mom is, but I didn't bond with her. But that incubator I'd like to have. I don't know where I'd put it. I could use it.
It does sound nice. Just kept nice and toasty warm. Someone wipes your ass.
At least, yeah.
A tube of food into you. I could do that.
Yeah.
Climate control.
As I sit in a fucking heat box in Goldthwaite, fucking fans mocking me by blowing hot air.
Yeah, your incubator didn't have bed bugs though.
Yeah, but you could smoke in there, I bet. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke in here just to kill the cockroaches.
Charge him. Call it fumigating. Okay.
She didn't even mention that. Not that I understand Hindu, but I like it when you go to a place like this and it's like a Pakistani and they just give you the price of it and you sign shit. You fill out a form like you haven't filled out since the 70s. And it's like, and then they give it back to you to fill out a couple of more lines of this insignificant shit there. I'm the only car in the parking lot. It's my license plate number. I don't know what year it is. It's blue. You'll see it. It's there, right there.
I just stayed in one of those in Globe a few weeks ago because it was cheap as fuck. It was like $50, like flat $50, and it was the same thing. And then he hand you a key. It's on a fucking key ring with a number stamped in it. You're going, what the fuck, man?
I didn't even want to do meth till she handed me the key. I'm like, oh, shit. All right. Calm down. It's my first time in Goldthwaite. Don't rush it.
You're like, oh, I'm sorry. This is for the door?
There's no Bibles. There's no Bibles to steal in the room. But usually in the front area, they've got several copies of the Bhagavad Gita that you can swipe.
It's a better book.
It is a good book. I've read it.
Well, better. A lot of it has to do with the narration, or the artwork, and they do great work there. I've never seen really good edition of the Bible with pictures like Jesus hanging with the friends, and Jesus and God, Jesus backstage or whatever. None of that.
Yeah. All we ever get is the Last Supper.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like
all of them sitting on one side of the table like assholes.
Yeah, disclaimer. I kind of want to. Yeah, let me watch the whole series before I see the Last Supper scene. It's like watching the Last Sopranos, and that's all you see. Fuck that, Jesus. Jesus was just without really good management the whole time.
Yeah,
Jesus did drugs, and he ate cereal, and he wandered around doing nothing.
Oh, I get it. Now I see what you're doing.
What a piece of shit.
You're just living the life of Christ.
Yeah, but I can't get 12 people to hang out with.
Not yet. You got to build them up slowly.
At best, I got 3 other screens to hang out with.
Yeah. Listen, as soon as you got 12, you'd be pissed off anyway. You'd be like, fuck these guys. Annoying.
Yeah. I'd have to
Stealing
eliminate
all my fucking drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James Inman would be Judas right off the bat. Hey, I tested.
You're not invited to supper at all. Get the fuck out of here.
If anyone knows stealing pills, it is me, my son. Now get the fuck out of here. You're not going to get bumps. No bumps for you, Mr. Inman.
Shit.
I could probably get at least a taxidermist up here to party with. I know where I can find one of them on the edge of town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
everyone in that town's probably can do a little bit of taxidermy, you know?
Yeah, you got to get through grade school.
Mm-hmm.
We're all remodeling squirrels today. bring a squirrel.
It's BYOS.
I'm going to get some pictures of this place. Share it so people will see what I'm up against.
Yeah.
I bet I'm not going to be able to refuel on BooBerry until I get to Austin.
I think they're going to be sold out, huh?
You can probably get by on. Can you get by on Frankenberry?
No, I do. I mean, Chocula is really the first choice for travel.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want
more messy, smaller pieces of BooBerry, you know.
If you got time to pull off and sort that shit, though, you just want the marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, you don't need that crunchy shit. You just get them marshmallows, and you can drive to fucking, East Coast. I could drive to New York.
That is some good sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's like diet pills. If you don't do them much, all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck, what's this strange new speed here? I'm gonna stop and talk to these Hell's Angels. This is some good shit. But I played I played a little high school football, as you can tell, and the guy I found out recently, the guy who sold us speed, and we were buying cross tops from this guy, Dave Dalton. I'll go ahead and burn his name because Dave Dalton was unethical about his drug dealing, and I found out recently, sold us caffeine pills instead of cross tops. So, and I got benched in football because I couldn't. I was so fucking jacked on speed that I couldn't cover my CI, and all these years I thought I was a fucking drug fiend and got kicked off of football because I was a fucking, jacked on. It turns out I just wasn't very good at defensive back coverage or whatever. Yeah. I don't even know what it's called, but I didn't backpedal much. I just stood there and watched. But I thought it was definitely a better drug than what it was. I could have been on M&M's and same football.
So Dave Dalton was selling the Coquille High football team bunk speed?
Yeah, and the coach and everybody was in, like we almost got busted for being really, good team players. Everybody get ready for the game by doing caffeine, and yelled at, size, and people were calling it drug addicts and shit. Well, we just sucked and we had coffee. Sorry, Coach Clem, you can't run the football up the middle when you got size lineman, you dumb fuck. And here's the deal: you have a big coach. You don't need to shower with the kids after practice, okay? We get it. We're losing. It demoralized us. You ask anybody, it demoralized us. 1-8, 1-8, 2-7. Those were our penis measurements, but Clem, he was a. I mean, we saw the coaching shorts, but then he come in and uncoil that thing and get in the shower with us after, blowing a whistle on drills,
I know it's too late to change the name of this podcast, but I'm starting to think Another One Bites the Dust with Andy Andrews, where he just exposes yet another fucking pedophile from his hometown in every episode.
Now, Coach was not a pedophile as far as I know, but he did shower with the team, and he had a horse-sized dick. So I don't know what that was about.
Oh,
I
he
would
was
ask
a bragger. You're saying, I got
Yeah,
you.
he's just showing off.
Yeah, he's a fucking show off.
Coaches,
Jocks.
the other coaches either measured up or showered with us. But yeah, he would. I don't know. Maybe if we were a winning team, that would be the kind of thing that you'd go, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" You know, rallying cry. Let's do it for Coach's big dick. Let's go. It's like you see that and you're like, man, I don't even think I can block anyone now. I'm definitely not going to the dance. I'm going to be the least popular person in Coquille, Oregon, in the history of Coquille, Oregon.
Oh shit!
God damn it!
Oh, you had to be on caffeine just to fucking bring yourself back up from the depression of. No, we can do it, guys. Come on, put on your tiny jock straps and let's get out there.
The only cool thing about football in Coquille was we were the Red Devils, and then we'd run out, and I thought we represented Satan back then. We had the angry devil mascot. And we would run out through a flame, though. It was a propane flame. And we'd run out through that. And then the coach would get in the middle, or, you know, he'd run across. He was a fit dude, you know. Strutting across the field. He'd get in there. And after the losses started mounting, and I've never been a team player. I've always been more of a sideline critic, if anything. So we would run, and he'd get in the middle, and then I was like, I'm not getting in the middle of that shit. Everybody's all enthusiastic, like, look at our record, guys. We're fucking not gonna win. Myrtle Point's gonna roll us, and we're gonna fucking run through the flame, woo, and get in the middle. And I'd be one of the last guys because I didn't like being crowded. And then I would jump up over and try to rap the coach on the head. You know. Yeah, you're gonna get in the middle of a thing, you know, be ready to take a hit. But anyway, I didn't play much, and then I just quit because my dog died. Anyway,
that's a good enough reason. It turns out the only angry devil in Coquille was the coach's dick.
Well,
the true red devil.
It did have a couple of pitchforks in it. No, I don't know. I didn't get a good look at it. Years later, we played an alumni football game, and one of these upperclassmen guys brought it up. And then a bunch of people were like, yeah. And then it was like, you know, it was like a bonding experience for like 10, 15 years of student athletes going, yeah, coach's dick, huh? There's no context for it. I as a kid, I stumbled on a Playgirl magazine that was in one of my brother's rooms, and I can't tell you which one because it caused a problem, but it was James Brown, the football player, and that was the first penis other than my own that I'd really paid attention to, Jim Brown. And then, wow. You know, that's
the biggest, strongest black guy from the 60s and 70s. That's a rough comparison.
Well, and then coach, you know, then right to coach in football. It was like, you know. This is a man's sport. That's for sure.
Thinking, imagine all the giant dicks in the NFL, man. These football players got giant cocks.
Yeah, I played, you know, up to my senior year, and I kept looking at my dick, thinking, this sport isn't working for me. Maybe I better go swimming. Swimming didn't work neither. Swimming was the worst.
Yeah, this water's cold.
So then I decided to work out so my tiny dick would look bigger. No, I don't know. I'm not
the whole idea of making all the kids shower together is just creepy and weird anyway. How did that ever become a thing, a normal thing? When we were kids, when we started like in junior high, after PE class, we would have to take a shower with the PE coach. What the fuck was going on? Nobody thought that was weird. We called our PE coach Dwayne Wallace. We called him camel balls because his balls were so big, but I think they were just regular sized balls. You know? But to a fucking 7th grader, it's like, look at the giant balls on that guy. Like,
it's bullying. You know,
it's terrible. And what does it solve? I mean, no one gets sweaty in PE anyway, and so what? Like,
yeah, well, and the only rule is don't snap anyone with a towel. But rape or or making fun of somebody's dick, that's okay. But just don't snap them with a towel. That'll humiliate them.
Like you said in junior high, I still hadn't gone through puberty when I was in junior high. I was fucking embarrassed, fucking like a motherfucker. I mean, and completely aware of it. Yeah, it was a traumatic fucking thing back then for sure.
Yeah. I was the last kid in my class to fucking go through puberty. It was brutal. I was the shortest kid. First of all, my birthday's in September, so I started school when I was 4. So I was like the youngest kid in my class. So I was already, like just a late bloomer. So like, oh man, the last guy to get a fucking pube. Oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah. Oh man, I had a girlfriend in like 7th grade. I think it was the summer between 7th and 8th grade, and she lived in the same trailer park that I was living in, and she was a fucking she looked like a grown woman hooker, but we were in 7th grade, and that was unusual. Now it's common, I guess, but back then it was fucking weird. And we'd hang out at the swimming pool, and I was all fucking happy because she fucking wanted to be my girlfriend, and I fucking wasn't accustomed to that. And I'm like, all right, I'll fucking hang out with this grown woman hooker. And one day we're hanging out at the swimming pool, and I'm laid back all cool, and she's like, why don't you have any hair under your arms? Oh, that was. I still feel emasculated to this day. Just like, I can feel it. Like, I don't even remember what I did. I probably dove into the pool and just stayed under there as long as I could, hoping I'd fucking die.
Yeah.
Well, the other end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is I had a gentleman notice my pubic hair right off the bat and compliment me. Oh, this is, but it was kind of the beginning of the end of our relationship too. When
Don't minimize my fucking trauma, goddamn you.
Yeah. That's terrible. It is. It is. I'm sure that's terrible. I wish I would have had that normalization experience.
I felt bad at a swimming pool once.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
there's Greg Chaille's head.
What is that?
Who's coming in here? There he is.
Chaille.
Hey, guys.
Greg Chaille. He's got a real job, everyone. He's got stuff to do.
I'm just checking in. I'm actually supposed to be ready.
You're what? You're in.
Oh, you guys got a show tonight?
Yeah, we got a show, and we got to leave here in like 30 minutes.
Oh, shit.
So.
We'll be done by then.
Priorities, Chaille.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I will be ready tomorrow at noon your time.
Yeah, I'll be at the airport.
Yeah, I totally spaced it. Hey,
that's all right.
We're on. Kristen Becker's with us, and she's going to be with us for a couple of nights, and then she's going to be seeing you guys out there at the Altercation Punk Comedy Festival.
Oh, right on.
Yes, we will in fact be at the Altercation Punk Comedy Festival when people are watching this.
Oh,
Altercation.
Ah, that is true. I'll be in Thursday. I'll be there for Friday. True.
Where's Andy?
I'm in Goldthwaite, sir. Goldthwaite, Texas. Great garage sailing. They don't even call it antiquing because they just take it right out of their fucking table and throw it out in the yard and put a price on it. I'm looking to join one of the churches on either end of town.
The steak handling?
Well, I don't know. Whatever they need, really. I'll fit in, I'm sure there's high unemployment because I saw a lot of them at the grocery store.
What you do is you join, you lobby to join one church, you see what their deal is, and then you play the other church off against them. Get a bidding war going for your services.
I wonder if you could do a two church schism. You can do a schism in your own church, but if you got two churches and then you put a schism on both, shit, you might be the mayor.
It's like you're living the remake of A Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood in the new version.
I'm pretty sure dancing's illegal here. Unless you're on crack, they don't allow dancing. Some kids died.
I'm getting a weird energy from Andy. What's he been up to?
Just driving, man.
I'll watch the episode up to this point to catch up.
It's all in there.
It's all in there.
I am a little. I wonder if you could go to like a hospital for diet pill. I'm starting to have some sort of a convulsions or twitches. I guess it's probably diet.
I'm caught up.
You get it.
Mostly.
You can see it, Chaille. If you look closely, you can see the box of BooBerry cereal on the bed behind him. So it's been BooBerry and diet pills.
Do we need any sponsorship? Long drives? Start here. End with those.
I do
It's
have
a
to
real
say,
kick.
I'm pleasantly surprised a couple times every night because of people coming up and saying they're listeners to Issues with Andy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Please help now.
How could you not?
well, and I've had no one complain about the video. They actually prefer the video, or they accept the fact that that's the way they're getting it.
We're winning people over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new thing, man. We're combining moving pictures with sound.
Totally.
This shit
Listen,
catches on, man. We're gonna redefine the genre.
My editor, Todd Walker, is a very hip young millennial child, and he only watches podcasts. That's all the kids do now is they watch the podcast. They don't even listen to podcasts. So we're on the cutting edge.
You know what else they do? I went to a Christmas store that's open year round. That's in a tree stump or something. And that guy on. I bought an ornament, and he went on about how the millennials are killing his business. And I'm like, oh, really? I thought they just killed Applebee's. Turns out what the millennials do is they go in and they see some fucking ornament at all year Christmas store. Some old fucking has-been tool, their merchant guy comes out and gives them a boring story, and they take a picture of it, and then they leave without buying it. They order it on Amazon. And it's killing this guy's career. And I don't know why he isn't yet already. Like, you should just, I mean, if I heard Christmas music every day, I would wait for the millennials to come in and kill me.
Yeah, Andy, it's interesting you say that because we were in Lansing, Michigan last week, and we went to a place. I saw this on the street. We were looking for some lunch, and Tracy and I saw this sign, and I thought it was just a vintage sign, and there was going to be like a, Thomas Mann, Foot Locker, but it said the Peanut Shop. And I thought, there can't be a shop still here that just sells peanuts, right? We went in there, and it is a shop that's been there for 50 years in Lansing, Michigan. And Tracy went to take a picture of one of the wall displays of peanuts or something, right? And the lady said, "No pictures. We've had a problem with that."
Wow.
In a place that sells roasted nuts.
I have a problem with nuts in my shit.
But
That's a problem.
What could that possibly? What is the problem? You think
They do that.
Word of mouth would probably help them.
Old Navy did that to me. They're like, I mean, I was taking a picture of something. They go, "You can't take pictures here." I'm not upskirting anyone. I was taking a picture of a man. But peanuts,
Oh, wait.
I forgot.
I'm positive there's more to this story.
Were there cameras on your shoes, Andy?
No, I'm not that. Taking a few.
Why were you
pictures of
taking a
fish.
picture of a mannequin?
I forget the circumstances, but I just pick the story here. I know what the fuck. Don't worry about me getting khaki pants.
Right now, you're like Rudy Giuliani on CNN. You're admitting to stuff. Of course,
Sure,
I talked to the president of Ukraine about.
Women, only fat
Rudy
women.
Giuliani is like the scarecrow on the Wizard of Oz when he throws his hands in both directions.
Holy shit, he could be a great aunt.
Which way did he go?
Do a fucking Giuliani. Like just fucking Rudy coming out. Whoa! That's fucking that face. That'd be fucking scary as shit. And Mitch McConnell would also be a very good haunt face.
Yeah.
Neck or whatever.
Oh, we could incorporate that into the haunted house this year, Chaille.
Yeah.
Republican.
We don't do political.
We don't?
No.
No way.
Too much, man. That's way scare the actors. Hey guys, I gotta get out of here because I gotta get ready. But I want to say good luck on your show this weekend at the Altercation Punk Comedy Festival. That's the 25th through the 28th, and I'll try and tune in, or I'll get on Skype with you guys. Are you doing that on Skype or no? On the 27th?
I'm not
Skype
sure.
We'll Skype you in.
Yeah, if we can, we will. But I'll talk to you about that. I have questions about how we're going to do that, and I need your expertise. So at some point before it all happens, you and I will talk.
All right, cool, man. I think I'm off on Saturday, so
right on.
Full day. We'll already be at the hotel. So
cool.
Yeah.
I got something to plug.
What's that?
We're not at the plug portion of the show. Chaille is just a professional. He had to leave, so he wanted to get his plug in before he went out. He's a professional broadcaster. Well done, sir.
Get a watch.
All right, guys, I'm out.
Later, Chaille.
All
right, that go. I'm fucking, I'm confused about a lot of shit today. Really fun.
Did Chaille just podcast with us while he was on the shitter? Is that what I think just happened?
He did.
Oh, did he flush at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
if I'm not mistaken, Andy, I think Chad and I both saw you spit a giant loogie across your hotel room.
Dude, that was fucking bizarre, man.
I hit the wall.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's all right.
The fucking crime. I'll wipe it up.
Set your mic down. Set your mic down. You're cutting in and out because you're swinging that thing around.
Overmodulating.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't out of disrespect. I wanted to spit, and I didn't want to spit on any of my stuff.
Logical.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes in a motel room you do things that you never, do at home. I've definitely never wiped my dick on the curtains in my own home.
I will not wipe my ass with a dish towel at home. Really,
Oh shit!
True story,
whenever they do the Dateline where they get the fucking speculum light out or whatever it is, and they show all the jizz in the room. You're like, and you look and you're like, the curtains too? Like, what the fuck? There's your answer. There's your answer.
Some people know that they're going to do that eventually, and they want to be funny. And also, in prison they call it webbing, but I just did it like dance moves, like chow, like in a motel. And then, yeah, so Six Motel, there might be some webbing. Staying in a Six Motel would be a lot like being put in jail for like 48 hours. You would have to expect some of the same shit goes on.
Yeah.
Like if I could pull some crank out of my ass and do it in jail, that's what would, I stayed at a 6 or 2.
Yeah.
I stayed at
I get it.
Washington that they said I couldn't check into, and it was because the comics the week before. I go, we're not doing comics here anymore. And the week before was Brendan Walsh and Doug Stanhope. And canceled their whole program.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Everybody else who stays in the 6 contains themselves and maintains some decorum. But those people, that's the bottom of the barrel. 6 Motel saying you can't check in. You're not welcome here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they made the right decision, probably.
You can angrily storm next door to the Red Roof Inn. That's the bright side of things.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I don't care what hotel I get kicked out of. There's always a better continental breakfast around the corner. And I look like because I just was one. You know. Here, I'm a fucking prisoner. I'm awaiting my death sentence here in Goldthwaite, Texas. This is where my cousin Vinny, the story was written.
Yeah, I hope that okay. I can see in the mirror there your door is closed. I thought maybe you had your door opened, enjoying some sunshine, but
it's a slow season here in Goldthwaite. People start tarping their garage sales. That's
the guy from the Cracker Barrel Church has already spread the word that you called him a cunt, and the whole town is on alert. They've rung bells that you can't hear, sir.
Yeah, I basically went in there hoping for a Starbucks, and when it was anything but, I said cunt, cunts. I said cunts, so
cunts.
It's like I
referred to the people of the town, right?
It was really just me and him in the place. And I think I meant both of us. Like, he's a cunt for putting his decorations up, and I'm a cunt for thinking. I saw the front window. I knew, going in was pointless. Yeah. But I went in and I go, Wi-Fi. And then I saw the Jesus doilies and stuff, and I was like, yeah, probably not going to happen here. I mean, today's podcast would have been fine, but sometimes I get a little saucy.
I'm trying to imagine if this man said, yes, we have Wi-Fi. Here's the password. And he fucking sets up camp inside of this fucking shop.
Yeah.
And proceeds to podcast with us for an hour.
Yeah. And then proceeds to hack a giant loogie onto the wall of the fucking coffee shop.
No, I'd be in with the Christians for spitting on a Hindu wall. And I'm thinking of Christians like they're something special or whatever. That guy would probably be like, oh, you jack off in the fucking, I jack, whatever, dude. We're all the same, Christians and horrific sinners and drug fiends. We're all the same. We're just fucking, we choose who to lie to, but those guys lie to themselves, and that's intolerable. I mean, I fucking lie all the goddamn time, but Christians are fucking living a lie. They're fucking a lie behind a mannequin, and then they act like they got some knowledge or something. Fuck you, dude. Let's go check out the one fucking mule shithole. Let's get some garage sale items and spit our cum on them and throw our cum on Christian and Hindu walls. Yeah. Your fucking alienated family. Drugs and bone them, you fuck. Come on. It ain't all about anymore. Come on, Christians. Cut me in.
Man. What? Shit. Well, I gotta start keeping a fucking notepad in here because I gotta write down some of this fucking shit. It's just first wisdom for life, man. Fucking, what the fuck? Now I don't even remember what it was that Eddie said. The fucking video. You gonna? We all choose who to lie to. You've just chosen to lie to yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Spider-Man versus Superman debate. It's like I don't, It's like you believe in either. I just hard time. I get webbing.
Yeah. There's a lot of webbing going on with that too.
Yeah. See, I mean, me spitting on the wall, that's cleansing somebody's cum. And to me, that's it's like I'm having some sort of science with some other person who stayed here. I don't care if I ever get out of
this. You're fucking up a murder investigation.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Shut it down.
You just became a person of interest.
There's cum, exactly. There's cum on the wall. There's also saliva from a male.
It's blue. It's blue. It's been eating marshmallows with colored cereal. And I don't mean that in a racist way. When I say colored cereal, I mean blue. For fuck's sake.
You don't mean cereal of color.
Nope.
Hey, bro. There's a lot of fucking racist things. I don't think there's a racist cereal that is assigned to a given race.
I don't know. I think
you Raisin Bran eating motherfucker. Maybe that's a white guy. I don't know.
I think Sugar Smacks was kind of racist. That was like a brown bear selling fucking shit on the streets,
Remember the honeycomb hideout?
Yeah.
Honeycomb hideout was.
Give me a smack and I'll smack you back.
Get into the honeycomb hideout unless you remember. Oh well, fuck. And
those
I
are
guess I'll go
those guys. Those
eat
guys
some Wheaties.
were 1%ers. The honeycomb hideout, that was all white privilege. Those were fucking high-end white kids.
Yeah, fucking Yacht Club, Captain Crunch. He's an elitist. He's like Ronald Reagan of cereal.
Honeycomb hideout was the 80s Burning Man.
Yeah. Hey, we're all going to do whippets as a group. Ah, fuck. I cracker by myself.
Oh, shit.
Come on up in this tree. It's only $35.
I don't know what this.
You.
My mom worked at a store
You.
that had slightly damaged merchandise. It was like a mini mart for clumsy other stores, and there was a cereal called Grins, Giggles, Smiles, and Laughs, and it was delicious. And then it went away. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, it was like it might have just been like meth or something, but it was like yeah, but it was like this weird little store. I don't even know how my mom. I might have done
like a homemade cereal.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I'm not sure where that LSD blotter went.
Uppers, downers, all arounders. Have a bowl of these.
Smiles and Laughs. I'm going to Google that. It might be a Clint Eastwood movie that just, I don't know. Probably not. It wasn't that funny. Turns out.
So like, you guys remember King Vitamin?
No.
Remember the cereal King Vitamin? It was all sugar, straight sugar, and it was the mascot was like an old guy in like a fucking with a crown, like a 55-year-old weirdo with like a weird fucking cape and a crown. King Vitamin.
Captain Kangaroo came across as kind of weird,
he was a Captain Kangaroo looking motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy in Portland, Oregon that had a cartoon show, and he was called Ramblin' Rod, and a beloved character, and he came out and he had buttons all over him. And one time, years later, and it bothered people that I said, Ramblin' Rod got a new button every time he had sex with a kid. And it was like a big, like, whoa, because Ramblin' Rod, he had a smile contest, and I used to think I'm going to get on the Ramblin' Rod show, and I'm going to win that smile contest.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird right there.
Yeah, it was like cable access kids show. Ramblin' Rod, I don't know. Google him. He might be a creep. I assume anyone who worked in the clowning industry has some
King Vitamin.
That was a cereal?
Yeah.
Was that a local fucking cereal to where you lived?
Crazy? I don't know, man.
Well, all the cereal
never heard of that.
Erickson's from. They probably did some like black market cereal for the Midwesterners. We're hip to
cereal,
multigrain. So we want to check.
His fucking crown was made of spoons. I never even knew that till just now. I never picked up on that as a kid.
Wow. Well,
like local, talking about local television. We had in Arizona, from like the 1950s, I think it started, and it went until like into 1990 maybe or so. A show that just started organically called the Wallace and Ladmo Show for kids. Mm-hmm. And they would have like Boy Scout groups on, and they would have different characters, and they would just show cartoons, but it aired every morning on all the local Arizona channels. And everybody fucking knew Wallace and Ladmo, because one of the things that they would do when they'd bring in Boy Scouts, everybody got what was called a Ladmo bag. He was a guy in an over-the-top fucking suit with a giant fucking tie and a hat. And he would give them, apparently in the 50s, they were full garbage bag, full grocery bag sized. But by the time I got around to watching the show, they were like paper lunch bag size. Yeah. But imagine if you're like 8 years old and somebody gave you a paper lunch bag and set you loose in a 7-Eleven and said, you have fucking 30 fucking seconds to fill this with anything you want.
And, shit.
You know, you could just run through and do a fucking 7-Eleven shopping spree at like 8 years old. And
wow. So he was introducing the concept of consumerism. And what a bastard.
Dude, you would see how they would, well, what's in the Ladmo bag? Because you could mail in postcards. Like you said, there's a smile contest. We all would mail in postcards hoping to get picked and get a Ladmo bag. Or you could go to the state fair where they did personal appearances for years. And you could get a Ladmo bag there, which was
Google that guy. Google him. I'm sure there's a criminal into it.
No, they're fucking saints. They're like saints. If you did, that'd be a horrible thing. Because right now, these guys are really beloved, and they're like the first fucking syndicated or kids show that went for, I don't know, longest running, whatever. But I don't remember. I thought I had a point, but I forgot it.
There was a Safeway clown named Zizo, and Zizo was beloved. He gave you little rides in his thing, and he gave you a thing to learn how to say, or well, it was a card that said "Say please and thank you." You know, but he's a clown who's taking you for a joyride around the parking lot. But to his benefit, he never touched me or my brothers, you know, and we were probably, you know, some of the hotter kids in the neighborhood, and we rode with him and everything. But, you know, but people are, you know, they go, oh, Zizo, you know, like he's some sort of like, you know, he's the Pope in some people's mind. And, you know, like, oh, don't talk about Zizo, you know. Zizo, because he didn't molest, you know, that's a low bar for a clown to go. He's a good, you know, he wasn't entertaining, you know, he just had a dune buggy and a hat, you know, and a card. So, you know, customer service was, so maybe he was good, maybe he wasn't, but he didn't have sex with kids. So people were like, God damn it, don't you fucking diss on Zizo. Beepo took over for him and he was a shoplifter.
Beepo was a shoplifter?
Yeah, Beepo the clown. It was the corporate, I guess Zizo asked too much, and then they got rid of Zizo saying, we don't need him. It's like, you know, the Unbookables without Inman. And they brought in Beepo, and I met Beepo, and he showed me a pen that took the clothes off a woman, you know, like those pens that stripped. And he showed that as a kid, and then he didn't do anything special either, and he didn't have a dune buggy, but he showed us, you know, a glimpse of a nude woman on a pen. and he was a klepto, so I kind of relate more to Beepo than Zizo.
Beepo had his own Ladlo bag at the
say please, he just shit, and that's what I do. I learned from Beepo. Fuck Zizo, you know, say please and thank you, but if you don't have money, it ain't gonna do you no good.
Wise words.
I feel like Andy's story is like a Stephen King a novel where like they were chopping down trees in Andy's hometown, and they accidentally unleashed a fucking well of fucking pedophiles and fucking weirdos that just fucking sprouts out, pollutes the rest of the world slowly. And everybody's like, where did these motherfuckers come from? Like all over the rest of the country. And they're like, oh no, they actually do come from this one little fucking well.
Yeah, they're climbing out of like a tree stump, like in The Ring.
Andy is the unlikely hero to return back to his hometown and defeat
the devil you know. The devil you know. I'm coming back, you know. Man, I'm going to defeat that big dick coach.
Somebody
take that
Somebody better pay attention to these, and I want some credit when we make these movies that we discuss on here, because these are good movies, and I'd watch them. God damn it!
He's defeating the town pedophiles by being hilarious about them.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're tired of superheroes.
He's laughing in their face.
How about somebody cream pies a clown? You know, there's my super. I cream pied him, yo. Like, you know.
His hometown is a literal hell. But now he's going back, and he's dropping loads all over his hometown.
Stop clowning around. Cream pies. I don't know. Seltzer water. Seltzer water that. A little shit.
Seltzer water. All right, gentlemen.
Handball.
We've done it. We've done it again. Another perfect show. Well done. I would say we could plug we'll plug Altercation Fest, where we will be podcasting tomorrow, because this will come out on Friday.
Well,
this will come out on Friday, so
Friday, but we'll be there.
Yeah,
and,
so we'll be.
Your guys' show is Friday night, huh?
Our show is Friday night. Your show too. You're hosting it. Don't forget.
Well, yeah, I just introduced you guys. It's fucking your show.
That's the toughest job that's why they call that eating the bullet. You know, that's what Robert Kennedy, his brother.
That's only because you guys are comedians and you have a completely different idea of what hosting a show means to me. Hosting a show to me means talking at a bare minimum and just fucking saying whatever the fuck you want me to say to bring you up and introduce you, and that's it. Oh, Andy. But
that's real.
I'm not a stand-up fucking comedian, so I don't have to do a lot of stage time. I'm an announcer, so
we'll make Mamu eat the bullet.
Yeah. Got something to plug. I'm taping a comedy special, filming, and my producer doesn't have any monies, so I don't know if that's anyway. Monies. Fuck it. Not very good.
Is Andy starting a GoFundMe to produce his comedy special?
I need I need to pay Paul Provenza's freaking out. We're not getting any, do you got $3,000 to pay for this shit? I'm like, fuck no, man. I spent it all on cereal and diet pills. I'm sure I'm a little tapped out, but I'm going to show up and I don't know, budget. I'm not
start a fund, and I'll kick a percent donation from my Twitch stream to your fucking fund.
There you go.
It turns out
to GoFundMe for you.
It turns out
we can probably get that up, man, for an Andy special.
Okay.
Probably have cancer. I mean, I can't say that I'm dying of cancer, but probably. I haven't been to it. Just been losing weight, but I'm not saying I'm dying of cancer because that's fraud, but I'm probably dying of cancer. I'm in Goldthwaite, Texas, and this is, come on. I need $3,000 to pay people because up and they think I have money, and I don't have no money, and I won't even have any diet pills or any fucking booze by then.
I'm saying if I don't want to start the thing because I'll
work on it.
But if somebody starts a legit one, I'll donate.
I think we can get that together.
And I'll solicit.
When I got hit with the stress of it, I was thinking, fuck it. I got pills, I got weed, and I got my passport.
Well,
disappointing people is fine in Mexico. Like, that's it. First world problems,
I have the only thing you're missing, guns. Stop by. I'll load my backpacks and we'll head on down to Mexico. Maybe we'll run some shit, dude. Me and Andy will run some shit in Mexico.
This fits right in. If you donate, we'll get magazines. Not like magazines of like porno. We'll get gun magazines and we'll shoot them. We'll put them in the special somehow. We'll make. We won't shoot people. We'll shoot products. I don't. We'll put stuff. Come on, help out a brother. I need money to put shit up. And film it. I need to
all right. Send Andy some money so that he can be a famous comedian. Well done, fellas.
I don't need that.
We will talk to you from Austin, Texas on Saturday, the 28th, and then back in our homesteads right after that next week. We'll see you guys.
All right, guys. Later.
I'm out.